Hello and welcome to Stockwatch, presented by me, Evan Lucas, for Go Market Securities. As always, please have a very good read through of the disclaimer on screen. Everything in this video is general in nature, none of which relied upon as any form of personal advice. Go Market Securities does not know your personal scenario, nor your personal financial goals, and therefore none of which relied upon as any form of advice at all. It is just general in nature only. The construction industry, James Hardie last week, now CSR this week, are all around massive strategic reviews. And they are clearly concentrating on the idea of making sure that they are as slick in operations as they can. We saw last week James Hardie went very, very hard at cost. They are clearly trimming headcount. They're also trimming out on anything they think is fat. And by that, they are looking at things that are no longer in their brand or product lines that are profitable, that their margins are too low, and that they're actually concentrating very heavily on their North American outlet. CSR has now done something similar. They are going back to absolute rock core beliefs, things like gyprock, things like building materials that are very, very lean and easy to make and very, very slim in terms of cost. That should be what we should be expecting to see. Construction, we know, is facing a real cost pressure and a downward spiral in overall demand, despite some parts of it still having very elevated prices. Cost around labor is another part of this whole story. The cost in construction labor is at the moment still about 22 to 25% higher than pre-COVID levels, which is a system jump well and truly above what you would normally expect in the inflation of this space. Now, there is an expectation, for instance, in Australia that maybe as much as 61,000 jobs will come out of the construction sector, and that will maybe take some pressure away. But overall, it does signal, like we're seeing in discretionary spending, that construction is now under that same price pressure as debt prices rise. And until interest rates start to move the other direction, to the downside, expect more and more of this kind of strategic review coming out from CSR and James Hardie to be the norm.